those two beautiful boys. I know. But we should add the one with the... Do you want to hold on? You got a... I feel like you have more reach than I do. I feel like you have more reach than I do. I think you do. He does. No, look at how far... Look.
I guess maybe I do.
Look. Push my throat all the way out.
You're really grasping for throat.
I'm really grasping for throat.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is actually good to know.
Yeah.
Because we get in fights
in
sometimes.
In a fight, you've got better reach, so you got to take advantage of that. I'm not sure how you take advantage of that in a fight. You keep your distance, probably.
Definitely keep my distance and stay calculated. Folks, how's it going? This is the Brew with Brotherwife. We are a band that's also a game show.
That happens to be a podcast. I always say that part.
That's your part?
Yeah,
okay. So we're a band that's also a game show.
That happens to be a podcast.
And we're trying to bring a little bit of our life into... Your world.
Your world.
Or is it our world into your life, or our life into your world?
The world into a little bit of the world into your life.
The world. Well, I don't think we're the entire world, TT.
No, but we read the news about the entire world.
We do, and I knew that's what you.
Mostly,
I did know that's what
he was trying to hurt me in front of you guys.
I was trying to hurt you.
This is right now. We're in a place right now in our brother marriage where. It's just
there's weird energy
today. It's just nice to hurt.
Yeah.
It's just nice to hurt. Well, see, we predictively gauge each other a lot, and I predictively gauged him and thought he's coming up short. He predictively gauged me.
I was like, what is this? What is
I'm
this
coming
little
up
monkey's
short.
problem?
Yeah, and so for me, I thought he forgot. He forgot to pull.
Because I thought you were upset that I was gonna be a little late.
Yeah.
And I'm like, listen, guy. I'm doing the best I can. Aren't we all doing the best we can at all times?
And he has to make like a migration, like a trek every time over here, like to the Mecca.
Is this? Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
There is. I'm only gonna. Okay, here I'm gonna put up a wall right now. Part of this is salty, part of this is honest, and part of this is authentic, and part of this is really like.
I knew that part of it was salty, so that's why I was like, wait, let's give him the benefit of the doubt here. But
it was 70. It was 70-30. It was a mistake.
That was a mistake to give you the benefit of the doubt.
You should have kept your aces. Yeah, you should have built a case.
I retract my thank you.
Okay, that's fair.
I retract my thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to take any notes for the case?
You know what? I'm gonna take my notes, but I'm gonna take them privately.
Okay, he'll take the notes privately. So, folks,
should we just get right into it?
Let's get right into the news.
7 kids found living in filthy Pennsylvania home with rats, padlocked refrigerator.
Here we go. I got the one for that.
1 child had to have her head shaved after maggots were found in her hair. I love ABC 7 Eyewitness News. This is the funniest way they have it tagged with child neglect in case you want to categorize your morning news search by child neglect. Okay. Then they have the headline 7 rats yada yada yada, and then I just love the tiny little understated blurb. 1 child had to have their head shaved after maggots were found in her hair. Like,
can you show the audience
that? Like, it's such a prestigious and proper looking format, but we're talking about. It's news porn.
It's news
porn.
This
is literally news
absolutely
porn.
News porn. Which it's basically all news at this point is news porn.
But it's just, I mean, you can't see it, folks, because...
Right here is the maggot statement.
It's just...
So the most important thing for you to know, the most important tidbit of information is 1 child had to have her head shaved.
Exactly.
Oh, no. We're live. We're good.
We're live, baby?
We're good.
Okay.
We're live.
Okay.
We're good.
So in Pennsylvania, 2 parents in Bucks County have been charged with multiple felonies after their 7 children were found living in deplorable conditions. 7 children. Shane Robinson, Crystal Robinson, 47 and 37 of West Rock Hill Township, were charged with the 7 counts. The children ranged from 16 to just 4 years old.
They've both got almond eyes. They look like a brother and a sister.
They do, yeah.
They look like a brother and a sister. I'm going to show
the good folks here.
Good folks at home, let us know if you think that's a brother and a sister.
Or a husband and a wife, or both.
Oh, I think it might be both.
I think this is literally...
It's the almond-shaped eyes for me.
For her, this is her brother wife.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
You know?
Wow.
It takes a village.
Yeah.
Different strokes.
I mean, them together, they kind of become... brother wife, because he's the brother and she's the wife, so together they are the brother wife.
Of course. Yeah. No, absolutely. Police found the 12-year-old girl who was taking a blanket to keep her rats warm because her family does not have much money left.
Who wrote this news article?
I don't know. Let's see.
So this is now okay. Here's what we're gonna cut back to last week. Now you guys remember last Friday we discussed 10-year-old who weighed 36 pounds.
He may have been a dwarf.
Was very, very likely a dwarf. That was the Schnidley family.
Ah, yes.
We determined quite rapidly that if you're a Schnidley, you're either the cream of the crop or the bottom of the
lowest of the bucket.
The lowest in the bucket. I wanted it.
You're not even a crab.
The cream of the crop,
or the sheen on the mop.
Okay, or the poopy goes plop.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He hates poop humor. He hates it.
I mean, it does go plop though.
It does. The poopy goes plop.
Is there anything you wanted to add before I go into this? Or?
Basically, if you're gonna severely abuse your children, never let them out of the house.
Don't let them out of the house.
Don't let them out of the house.
What are you
Both
thinking?
of these kids in fucking 5 days, folks.
Yeah.
We've had one family let their 36-pound dwarf 10-year-old out, and what happens? Oh, they get picked up by the fucking police because they're not supposed to be 36 pounds. And here we go. You let your kid with maggots in their hair go and try and bring blankets to their fucking pet rats. A lot of questions. A lot of questions. We're gonna get into that. Don't let the kids out of the house. If you're gonna be a serious criminal abuser of children, you can't let them out of the house.
You can't. That's rule number one. And subscribe for more tips and tricks on how to get away with
child abuse. Severe child abuse. Criminal levels of child negligence.
Police discovered deplorable living conditions, including faces.
Including faces.
God damn it.
They had faces.
Oh
what
my
the
God.
Fuck? The year is 2070. Everyone wears masks.
Feces! Getting it started here, folks.
Okay,
feces, disrepair of walls and floors, and a padlocked refrigerator suggesting limited food access. Numerous animals, including rats, dogs, snakes, were found in the home, further exacerbating the unsanitary conditions. Medical evaluations revealed that most of the children were malnourished.
One side note.
Yes.
If you've got pet snakes and pet rats, it's one thing. But in these circumstances, one has to wonder, did they mean to have snakes and rats in them? That is all. Back to you, Jeff.
Thank you, TT. Medical evaluations revealed, low kidney function. See, when you interrupt me in the middle of a sentence.
I'm so sorry. Well, but you go quick. You're so quick.
Thank you.
You're so quick. And
thank you. Oh,
that's
thank
good.
you.
You're so maybe I could tap you.
Give me a tap.
Oh!
We're
gonna do taps from now on. Then you get to choose when I interject.
Batter umpire sort of thing.
Oh,
I like
I'm
this.
Gonna start tapping you.
Tap
I'm
me.
gonna start tapping.
Yeah. Okay. Hell yeah. See, this is we're building the plane as we land, baby.
And the video is dead. The video stopped working.
That's okay. None of the 7 children had attended school and lacked basic knowledge. Some of them didn't even know their own birthdays. That is sad. I don't know why that's funny.
I mean, it is sad. It is
the children displayed social anxiety and expressed discomfort in public and around other people. The parents are currently out on bail after posting 10% of their $100,000 bail amount, raising concerns about the ongoing safety and well-being of the children. People are like, they're coming for the kids.
So
they're gonna put them in that padlocked fridge.
So do they get the kid? I'm guessing they don't get the kids back.
I don't think they get the kids back.
We got to get to the bottom of this. So I'm going to have to escape out of here.
Okay,
I'm going to go on an escape run.
Ahead.
So you're going to keep talking to these guys.
Well, that's fine. For the audio-only listeners, folks, nothing's changing for you. Now, for the folks that rely on the video to enjoy Brotherwife with the brew here, we are so sorry to inform you that we're having some difficulties, building the plane as we land, as we mentioned before, and sometimes it's a rocky landing. That's TT. That's our boy in the mix there, our English bulldog. He's up front trying to get the 1s and 2s on the mixing board and the video-audio situation. We've got a kerfuffle, but we're trying to unkerfuffle. We're trying to iron out these kinks. We're trying to get right with God. Get right with XSplit vConnects. Get right with Streamlabs. Hallelujah. Can I get an amen, Streamlabs? Can I? Anyway, folks. Anyway.
Amen!
I don't think... okay, so let's do a little bit more news here.
Phone went on lock screen somehow.
My did?
Yeah.
Okay.
How the fuck did she do that? She was busy.
She was busy.
And I think she knew it.
Yeah. That's how we lost the video?
I believe that's how we lost the video.
Wow.
Not live.
Okay, dang. Folks, things sometimes, they get dismal when you're trying to run a podcast. And what I'll tell you is never give up on your dream, motherfucker! Woo! Woo! We're back, baby! Are you good? See.
Getting too excitable over here.
What was your favorite? You remember Donkey Kong Country? What was your favorite level on Donkey Kong Country?
You know, I don't have a great recollection. Some of the B levels were really good.
Oh.
Some of the B levels were really good. Some of the underwater levels, I didn't love playing them, but some of the underwater levels were really good.
Something about the underwater
You know what I want to
scared
say? You know what I want to say? What was the best level of Donkey Kong Country? You know what I'm going to say here? I'm going to be really honest. The fucking screens in between the levels were the best levels.
The screens in between the levels?
When you were moving between levels. The art on those screens, like when you're doing the pirate ship and then you move to the other place and you're in the bee's palace,
Wait, I'm having a hard time in
like,
Donkey Kong Country for like the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, when you move between the levels and there's the circles and you go into the level.
Yeah,
there's an overview screen. I'm saying that screen was the best level because the art just I don't know.
Wait, just like where your little Donkey Kong is animated
and you're moving around. Yeah, exactly.
That's like the back.
That made me feel that background is like that's what I think about when I think of Donkey Kong. If you ask me Donkey Kong, I see that.
Oh yeah,
I see that, and I don't know.
So you got the second one with like Funky's flights, and then the save point, and then the. Okay, what are you doing? You're not doing.
I'm doing the pirate ship. Yeah, that is the pirate ship from Donkey Kong. It's the pirate ship from when you're in the loading screen, the map.
Oh. And you okay? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. And then you get into the number one level, and it's like.
Yeah. It's like, is this blues? Is this jazz?
Okay,
I'm 4. I have no fucking clue what either of those are, but
all I know is there's a banana horde, and I don't have it, and I'm disappointed.
I am very
disgruntled.
You know what? Those video games, when you get to the point where you're like, why am I gathering all these coins? Like a life? I need a life. I'm like there's a point where you realize sometimes you risk your life to get a single coin and it takes 100 to get a life, and you realize you're being a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of like, I imagine that's kind of the same thing as like realizing that you go both ways.
Sure. You're just like, okay, I'm ready to admit that to myself.
Exactly. But it's a big bat. Like I'm guessing you probably have some hints along the way. You're like, I don't know if these coins are the right. I don't know if these coins in me really
jive.
But then there's this kind of this day where you like tell your older brother like, I'm not going for the coins anymore.
I'm going for you.
I'm going for you. I'm not going for the coins anymore. I'm going for end levels, okay?
What was your favorite boss? What's your favorite boss for any video game? How about that? Because you've played a lot of video games.
Ooh, my favorite boss? My favorite boss for any video game. You know what? Okay, so there's two kinds of bosses. What I'll say is Dark Souls. Dark Souls has some of the best, like, Dark Souls in terms of environment and like gut feel and like.
I don't know anything about Dark Souls. Can you
Dark Souls?
I'll
give you a 60-second explanation of Dark Souls.
Can
Dark
you do 30?
Souls is like 30.
30.
Very dark environment, super artistic.
Makes sense.
You have no idea what's going on, but somehow you feel like you're the person in the game. Extremely artistic. The environment sucks you in. The combat is fucking painstaking. It's vicious. You die 1,000 times when you play that game. The bosses take 100 tries to beat. So difficult. So the design in that game and the bosses in that game are phenomenal. But probably Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy IX. Final Fantasy had the coolest boss cinematics and like the most epic feeling that I ever had playing against a boss. Thank you, new viewers. And just to call out, Zachariah says, that's my emotional support, sewer rat.
We're talking about folks that
abuse their children.
And their children were living with rats.
To criminal negligence. And so, you know what? It's an emotional
they
support
need
sewer
emotional
rat.
support rat
They
if
do.
anybody needs one.
They're going to go clear out the house and they're like, please don't take the rats.
Oh, we've got a cat in the mix. This is our emotional support cat.
But he's about the size of a rat, and he's about as useful as a rat.
Oh man,
in and out. Rats to do a lot, but welcome to the show, new viewers.
So we've got another little story here for you. Artist instantly paralyzed after being shoved into moving subway train. New York prosecutor says. What say you, TT?
Okay, so they try and catastrophize that one, but that's like a huge perk.
What do you mean?
Well, because when you get pushed in front of a fucking moving subway train, you should just be like disintegrated.
Okay.
So like when they're like instantly paralyzed, they're like, damn it, she didn't die. How do we phrase this? Fuck, she didn't get.
You think they didn't necessarily need to use instantly?
I don't think they necessarily needed to use instantly.
Are we talking about rice? Like, what are we talking about? That's
Over
funny.
6 days, she became paralyzed. Yeah, 30-minute cooking session, she became paralyzed. You go.
A Turkish-born artist, Amin Yilmaz Özsoy, was paralyzed from the neck down after being allegedly shoved into a moving subway train in New York City. The suspect, Kamal Samradeh, has been charged with second-degree attempted murder and other crimes in connection with the attack. The incident occurred at a subway station in Manhattan's Upper East Side and was captured on security cameras. Özsoy suffered a cervical spine fracture, a scalp laceration, and other injuries, leaving her in critical condition with a high risk of death or stroke.
Ugh.
Witness observed Samradeh forcefully pushing. Oh, these are some weird names. I feel like I'm in like the math book when it's like Juancho and Felipa need to flip their eggs into 7 more eggs in the next 2 weeks.
If six eggs make 1 omelet and they make 3.5 omelets,
and they go to Irmaya's house,
how long will they be in love before their marriage dissolves?
Anyway, the victim moved to New York City in 2017 to focus on her art and was on her way to work at the time of the attack. Her husband expressed gratitude to the authorities and those who provided comfort after the assault. He mentioned her challenging surgery and anticipated a long recovery that may impact her artistic career. The suspect's defense lawyer urged the public not to make any hasty judgments based on media reports, emphasizing her client had no prior criminal record.
So, I mean, anticipated a long recovery that may impact her artistic career. I'm assuming she doesn't, like, paint with her fucking nose.
Right.
So,
this is kind of like, I mean, I think...
Is she paralyzed permanently, or is this, like, is she gonna get fixed up? Because I would assume based on that she's gonna get fixed up, or that she paints with her nose.
Yeah, I feel like, one, she can just start painting with her nose. People will go hog wild.
They will go fucking hog wild for that.
2, I don't remember my second point.
Okay, fair
Start
enough.
painting with your nose, bitch.
What's point number 7? And then I've got a story that deals with trains and being hit by them.
Just Samradeh has been remanded into custody and is scheduled to appear in court again on Friday. What's remanded? I don't think that's right.
No, remanded is right.
Remanded is right?
Remanded is right, yeah. Wow. Remanded, and I don't know if it must be connected to reprimanded.
Yeah.
Remanded, reprimanded.
Right.
Remanded, handed over, I think. Has been remanded to custody. Yeah, handed over into custody.
Okay.
So, folks.
New story about a train.
Story about a train. I have, God rest her soul, I have a great grandmother, my Oma, my Oma. Or means grand and Oma means grandma. And so great grandma, my great grandma, or Oma, in Germany. She lived in Duisburg. Near Essen, which actually I just love this. The city Essen means food. So the fucking literal city they lived in was just food. It's like if you lived in a place in America
named food.
Food
Indiana.
Welcome to Food Indiana. Big city, bustling city. Germany has shitloads of trains. They got subways, they got trains. They love, in Europe they fucking love trains. We were gonna catch a subway. I was 16. I really wanted to get some pussy. There were these hot punk girls at a park. I got hooked up. This guy, I was brazen when I was a kid. I would walk up to anyone and ask for anything. I would ask for fucking drugs. I would ask for cigarettes. I would ask for sex. I would ask for anything. I was ready to go. So I got a big pack of rollies from this guy who just gave them to me. I was 16. He was 47. He thought, you know what, young blood, here you go.
Why don't we just pass it on to the next generation?
Took it up. And this will come back later in the story. So I've got these pack of rollies. I'm feeling hot as shit. I'm going out to the park. I'm smoking. There's these punk German girls. They're like 16, 17. We're going to go party. The party's in Essen. We're all headed to Essen. I'm going to dip out. We were going to go to a carnival. I was going to leave the carnival and go to this party with them. But I need a condom. Because I don't want to get STDs. Punk girls, I don't know.
You're wise enough at 16 to know that.
This would have been my first sexual experience.
Thank you, public education sex ed.
Thank you, public education sex ed. So, my family loads up on a train, and I see out of the corner of my eyes they're loading up a vending machine that happens to have some condoms in it.
Wait, really?
Yeah, vending machine with condoms in it.
Wow.
I thought, perfect
flesh.
opportunity. I'm about to head to Essen. I might not be able to get away from the fam. So I run up. I get some condoms. The condoms take a while to come out. I realize that the train door is closing. My entire family is on it. I leave the condoms, jump onto the train door as it's closing, and I wedge my hands. The door is closing. I wedge my hands in like this, and I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm about to get left behind on this train. And like, you know, I guess that would have been okay, but there's something in the moment, you know, you fight or flees. I'm like, I gotta get on this train. I gotta get on this train.
How fast is the train moving?
The train is moving pretty slow.
Okay.
But now it starts to accelerate. So the train is moving. My family is inside like, what the fuck? How did you not get on the train? Stop this. Somebody drop the train. Somebody stop. Everybody in the train complex is like, get off the train. Get off the train.
Like, hop
I'm just
off.
holding on, looking at, and I didn't know where they were going. So I'm trying to scream, where are you going? Where are you going? And they're screaming, jump off the train.
Okay, I see.
About halfway through my fourth, where are you going? Something hits me. The train is now going about 17 miles an hour. Turns out there's some handrails on the side of the train track. So my pelvis gets smashed by a fucking handrail. Knocks me down off the train. To my family, it appears that I have just been sucked under the fucking train. So my entire family, there's about 10 people in my family,
They're like,
is 100% certain that I am dead. Mashed up entrails underneath these train tracks.
Oh my god.
They run to the front of the train.
Like an old penny.
The front of the train thinks there might be like a fucking terrorist attack going on or something. They convince them to stop the fucking train. They're like, we never stop the train.
Yeah.
They're like, our son is dead on the tracks. We have to go back. You have to stop. Everyone's crying, freaking out, screaming, shrieking. Yeah. I'm back at the station. I can't breathe. The wind got knocked out of me. I have horrible bruise, maybe cracked a rib. I'm not sure. Didn't ever go to the doctor for it. I'm literally crawling across this train station going,
oh my god.
Nobody bats a fucking eye.
Oh,
They're
really?
like, this stupid fucking American.
Oh my god.
God, what was coming to him. So I'm crawling. Finally, after about 5 minutes of this, I'm like, punctured a lung. I'm gonna bleed out. I'm gonna go.
It was nice having a family.
It was nice having a family.
It was worth it for
over.
the condoms.
It was. If I would have gotten some great German punk, tang, it would have 100% been worth it. I would have done that 3 more times. Didn't make it to Essen. Didn't get the tang. Didn't even get the condoms.
Wait, you didn't even make it to Essen?
I didn't make it to Essen.
So what happened?
Everybody was like, we need to go home and get therapists after this. I crawled away. They get the train to stop. They get escorted off of the train onto the tracks and walk back. There's not a puddle of blood and entrails on the track, so they assume Tyler must be alive or something.
Around here. Did you have a phone?
I
probably not.
Don't think I did have a phone. So
I
I had wandered up to the top, and my dad like kind of wandered up and found me. I think somebody pointed that I was up there. And I don't know if he knew I had cigarettes or something, but the rollies that the guy had, I'll never forget this moment. This was just a great moment in time. My dad said, if you got him, smoke them. So I pulled out my rollies and I rolled up a cigarette, and me and my dad sat and talked about how fucking crazy it was and how everyone thought I was dead. Oh my god!
And did your dad have a hunch that you had cigarettes?
He must have. He must have.
Like, my boy smells like cigarettes.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be really cool right now.
He must have.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyways, that's my get hit by a train story. I got hit by a guardrail while I was hanging onto a train.
Right. No, that's
enough.
Your headline is TT gets hit by a train. and then the bottom blurb is he didn't even get the condoms.
Because that's how useful those bottom headlines
Max,
are.
I love you, but I'm gonna take you out of the brew stew. Come on, baby.
Come on, baby dog.
Come on, Max.
Anyways, moral of the story. Plan ahead. If you're gonna try and have sex in Germany, plan ahead. Get condoms at Aldo's. You know, Aldo's is a great store, by the way. Love Aldo's.
As you can tell, TT did plan ahead. Cause now, boy's fucking strapped.
Boy's strapped.
Never need no vending machine. Never again.
You guys, lifestyle. You could buy 20 condoms for maybe $33, or you could buy 100 lifestyle condoms for $24.
Do yourself a favor.
Can you sue lifestyle condoms if you get someone pregnant on accident?
Absolutely.
Probably.
Absolutely.
So this is a 2-for-1.
And we'll be your consultants.
We'll definitely be your consultants.
2 quick things about condoms. They're both mildly entertaining.
Okay.
So I'm just going to let you know. Rapid fire, mildly entertaining about condoms.
Okay.
I work with a cast of people at a building in downtown Seattle.
A possum building.
A possum building.
He works inside a possum.
I do. And basically, I've got 2 people that work there. They're older gentlemen, and they both have made jokes about condoms. So here's
the 2 jokes.
Here's the 2 jokes. Yeah.
Okay.
So one of them was on April Fool's. One of the guys said, "Hey," his name was Chris. He doesn't work there anymore. He was like, "Hey, so they had refilled the vending machine, and one of the things that they put in the vending machine is condoms. And I was like, oh, really? And then he was like, nah, I'm just kidding, April Fools. As if it would be that far-fetched for a residential building to have a vending machine with condoms and to even make a joke about that.
He lives in a different reality.
All right, so that's my one mildly interesting point that somebody made to me at work about condoms. And then my second one is, you know when you have like beef jerky or like a little like dehydration silica packet in your beef jerky?
Yeah.
So one time my like 72-year-old coworker, he was like he pulled one of those out and he goes, you know what these always make me think of? And I didn't know. I was literally thinking like a drug baggie. Like, yeah, certainly that's not what he's saying. I'm like, what could he possibly be fucking saying? And he's like, condom. I literally laughed out loud. Yeah. I was just like, that he also lives in a different world as a 76-year-old man. That condom is something he has to whisper. Yeah. It's no. We're going to be those 76-year-old men.
We are. I just wonder, what are the things that we're going to be whispering about?
Yeah. This guy still whispers about, like, so maybe I shouldn't dox him because he does. I don't know. He is from an obviously different time with the way he talks about things like.
Yeah. Like one of his catchphrases might be,
by the God. By the gods.
By exactly. The gods.
Yeah. Well, like, I remember he was talking about, like, gay people, and he was just like, yeah, I just, like, his husband, I guess? I don't know what to call him. So I'm like, you can just call him his husband.
It's his husband.
Like, that's totally
it's his legally, socially, spiritually recognized
And then
husband.
one time, one of the residents, he was like, hey, your friend just went up to the, to your unit, and he's like, my friend? And he's like, oh, your husband. He's like, oh, call him my friend. You're making me feel like you're my dad and I'm in junior high. Or something like just your friend.
Oh, yeah. Well, that is.
Right?
It's like.
It was a weird thing.
Yeah.
But this is I have several 76 coworkers where.
I mean, I know so many people that roll like that.
Yeah.
And the bottom line is.
Oh, no, I just meant like I was trying to not. Single out my specific one, but that's okay.
All of you funky, fresh, culturally flexible, like 22 to 36-year-olds, like, just wait. Just wait until you whisper shit. Just wait. Because you will. Safe. You're not safe. You're not culturally flexible. You're just young and born into a rapidly changing world. Yeah. So you've accepted a lot. You've accepted a lot, and that makes you feel
like you're very open and receptive.
But if you don't practice every day, if you don't do your Kegels, if you don't stretch those muscles,
do your mental Kegels.
You will dry up and you will whisper.
One thing that I think is important is that you can always learn from young people. As we are entering our 30s, we might be quick to dismiss what a 25-year-old says, but we can't.
Or, God, it's a 16-year-old.
Yeah. Even a 16-year-old. It's fucking crazy. You really can't. That's something you have to learn.
Yeah.
Because for a while, I kind of was like, you're 23. Like, literally don't tell me anything.
Sure.
But, now I'm just like, tell me something. What's up? What you know?
Yeah.
What do you know?
I think the concept of a grain of salt is great for everyone. Everything you feel, take with a grain of salt. Everything everyone says, take with a grain of salt. But take it.
Take it. Yeah, take it.
Take it deep, take it long, take it hard, and then with a grain of salt.
And with a grain of salt on it. You're not a slug in this situation. You're a French fry. Salt it up, baby.
Salt it up. When you think about